Yep, it's happening. Today I'm going to be filming my top 10 favourite gourmand fragrances. You guys requested it. It was very, very, very highly requested. I've actually been asked to do this video since like I started filming fragrance videos. So I'm giving you guys what you want. Quickly I want to say I'm kind of sick right now, like just fighting off a bit of a winter cold, you might say. So just excuse me if I sound a bit weird and I cough and stuff like that. But anyway, today I'm going to be filming my gourmand, my favorite gourmand fragrances. Now these are just within my collection. So obviously I haven't smelled all of the fragrances, the gourmand fragrances in the world, so please keep that in mind. You may have one that I've never heard of and it may be amazing. So these are just within my collection, if you know what I'm saying. And I actually have 13 fragrances to talk about today, but I'm calling it a top 10 because it just sounds better. Like top 13, top 10 sounds better. So that's what I'm going to be calling it today. And yeah, I don't think I really want to make this too long because 13 fragrances to go through, it's going to be a long video. Please follow me on Instagram if you want to. It is at demi.rawling. I'll link all the fragrances down below for you guys to make it easier, so for you guys to find them. Starting out with number 13. This fragrance here, I think it's kind of like a personal, it's very personal if you'd consider this a gourmand or not. I personally consider it like a borderline. So this is like edging just on the border of being a gourmand fragrance for me personally. You may have this fragrance and totally disagree. Here we have Maison Franais Kurkdjian Oud Satin Mood. So beautiful. This is like, I just hauled this, I've just got a bottle of it, but I had a sample of it, like a little one, fell in love with it. This is so sexy. Like that is all I have to say about it. It's a very enveloping, like luxurious, sexy, just amazing fragrance. It has rose and vanilla and oud and violet and benzoin. So for me, how I would explain this fragrance is that it kind of smells like this candied rose. It's very powdery, but a really soft powder. Like some powdery fragrances, I do have some in this video that are a lot more intense, and if you don't like powdery fragrances, you would hate them. This one kind of edges on powdery, like it's definitely powdery, but it doesn't smell like gross powder, if you know what I'm saying, like baby powderish. It's a beautiful, soft, silky, powdery, candied rose, vanilla. It's just absolutely amazing. It's a beast mode fragrance. Like you don't need many sprays of this. If you oversprayed this, it would choke people out. Like it's a very strong kind of fragrance, but it just smells absolutely incredible. And that's why it made my list as number 13. The reason that I put it so far back, even though I love it so much, like it's one of my favorite fragrances ever, is because I don't know if people would consider this a gourmand. I personally would consider it like a borderline because it's really sweet. Like this is sweet stuff. It's very sweet. Perfect for a date night, perfect for the winter, night out, like not clubbing, but like a fancy night out, if you know what I'm saying, but amazing. Okay, that is Maison Franais Kurkdjian Oud Satin Mood. I'm gonna have to talk a little bit faster because I feel like this is gonna be really long. And I also really quickly want to say, I put this list together and I feel absolutely terrible right now because all of them are really expensive, like luxury fragrances, and I'm really sorry guys, but this is literally, you guys wanted to see what my favorite gourmand fragrances are within my collection, and these are them. So I am really sorry in advance that all of these are really expensive, but yeah, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I'm just telling you guys about my taste. Okay, so coming in at number 12, I have talked about this fragrance on my channel quite a lot. That's just how it is. I really, really love this fragrance. It's quite situational for me personally, so I don't wear it too much, but when I wear it, I adore it. This is Tom Ford Noir de Noir from the Private Blend. So beautiful. Like this is a very opulent fragrance. It's very strong, like it has a very strong kind of smell to it, but it's in my gourmand list because this is a dark chocolate fragrance, okay? Not milk chocolate. It doesn't smell, to me, this doesn't smell creamy and rounded and yummy. It's more of like this wine and dark chocolate. Like that's what it smells. It kind of has like an alcohol kind of feel to it, an alcohol smell with dark chocolate, like a bitter dark chocolate. It is beautiful, but I definitely would say if you like those really kind of sweet gourmand creamy fragrances, this is not for you because it's very much more of an adult date night scent. Like I always say that this smells literally how you would imagine a really expensive, luxurious date with somebody, like just expensive as hell. Like you're having like the best wine on the menu, best food, like really gourmet and very like expensive, and that's what it smells like. Like I said, it's very bitter dark chocolate, it's rose, it's patchouli. There is a sweetness there, but it is much more of like a bitter dark chocolate, I would say. Noir de Noir is perfection. And okay, I have a dupe. It's Club de Nuit Intense for women from Armaf. I totally understand this is expensive. This is like a big bite out of your wallet. So if you would like to smell it and like to check it out, but you don't have that money, go to the Club de Nuit Intense for women from Armaf. I'll actually link it next to this one so you guys have an alternative, because it smells literally the same. I've never smelled such a great dupe for a fragrance than the Armaf. Like, it's amazing. So that is Tom Ford Noir de Noir. It is really beautiful. I would say, again, this is one that kind of borderlines gourmand, because it doesn't smell too edible, but it definitely has that more like gourmand feel to it, if you know what I'm saying. So that is Tom Ford Noir de Noir. This next fragrance, this is the epitome of a gourmand. It's a very weird gourmand, it's very wacky, it's really wonderful, but it's very strange. So this is, and strange in a good way, don't take that wrong, it's strange in the best way possible. This is Maison Lancôme Lavandes Trianon. So this is from the Lancôme private line, which I absolutely adore most of the fragrances from that line, and this is no different. Lavandes Trianon, first of all, I always talk about the bottles. I think they are so stunning. Like, they just look like a beautiful, grand, expensive bottle. This is a delicious gourmand fragrance. To me, it is a vanilla, like sugary vanilla cookie that's soaked in like a milky lavender, very warm, very milky. It's a very milky fragrance. So if you don't like the note of milk, don't check this out. It definitely has this kind of herbal undertone to it because of the lavender. Again, if you don't like lavender, don't go for this, but it is so yummy, so beautiful. I've been wearing it a little bit in the winter. I have to be in the mood to wear this one. It's one that I can't just throw on, because I have to know that that day I want to smell like lavender and milk and vanilla. Beast mode. Like, this is a beast mode fragrance. I have had nothing but good experiences from Maison Lancôme's line. All of the fragrances, I don't know what they're putting in their juice, but they're like beast mode, monstrous projection, like crazy projection and sillage, monstrous longevity. Don't know what they're doing over there, but all of their fragrances seem to have this really like beastie kind of feel to like all the fragrances. So that is Lavandes Trianon from Maison Lancôme. If that appeals to you, this is a very amazing gourmand, especially for the winter. Like, I feel like you could potentially wear this in the spring, but in the summer it would just kind of, the milkiness would just be too much. So definitely check it out if that appeals to you. Okay, so coming in at number 10, this fragrance. This is from Serge Lutens, and this fragrance is called Bois Vanille. And I really have had really, how many times can I say really? I really enjoy a lot of the fragrances from Serge Lutens, and Bois Vanille is definitely one of the more simple fragrances. I definitely think that if you like gourmands, if you like sweet vanillic scents, you will absolutely love this. This is, okay, in my opinion, there are different sort of vanillas. There are vanillas that smell, there's heaps, I can't even name them. There's smoky vanillas, there's oriental, there's floral vanillas. There's so many different vanillas that you can go. This is a foodie vanilla. Like, to me, this literally smells like a foodie, it smells like food. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but it has vanilla and coconut and beeswax and licorice and sandalwood and tonka. There's all of these beautiful notes, but to me, it smells like a very kind of coconutty vanilla. This definitely has a very waxy kind of feel, and I absolutely love it. This is one of my favorite vanillas. I've definitely been wearing it a little bit now because I'm in winter. It just smells so good, and I have actually got quite a few compliments from wearing Bois Vanille. It just smells so good. Now, I'm gonna let you guys in. I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret that some of you may like to know. Here we have Chanel Sycamore. This is the EDP. I know everyone prefers the EDT. I personally love the EDP. I think it is the most beautiful vetiver fragrance ever. And I actually wear them separately, but I'm gonna let you guys in on my secret. And I don't know why I'm doing that, because it's my secret weapon right now. if you have these two fragrances in your collection, layer them. Layer these two fragrances together and thank me later. Mind blown. Like, this together is a mind-blowing fragrance. Like, I want these two, I want someone to come out with a fragrance and I want this to be the formula. These two together, mixed into a fragrance. It's so good. It's like a delicious vetiver. If you don't know what sycamore is, look it up. It's a vetiver, kind of fresh, minty, woody, aromatic. It's amazing. I really love it. It's incredibly sexy on a guy, but I love mixing these two. Like, I haven't really been wearing them separately. Whenever I wear Bois Vanille, I'll layer it with sycamore. So obviously don't go out and buy those two fragrances just to mix them together, but definitely if you have them, layer them. They smell incredible layered together. Okay, moving on to number 9. This is my number 9 fragrance, but it could easily be on another day, it could be like my number 3 or my number 2, like literally from 9 to 1 now. This was really hard for me to pair, like put them all in a place. Here we have a fragrance that I absolutely love, and I haven't been wearing it at the moment because I'm in winter, and to me this is the perfect fragrance for like spring and summer as well. Amouage Sunshine. Oh my god. Every time I smell this fragrance, this is a fragrance that I smell it and I just, every time I smell it, I'm blown away with how good that this fragrance smells. Hands down, my favorite for the spring and summer months. It just smells incredible, and I have to tell you guys, this is one of my biggest compliment getters. When I wore it in the summer, oh my god, like I had so many people telling me that I smelled like incredible, and their face was like really confused because they didn't know if it was a perfume or what it was. But they were like, oh my god, like what is that? You smell so good. And it's Amouage Sunshine. And longevity, insane. Longevity on this fragrance, which I was really surprised about. I wasn't sure if it was gonna last because it's more of like kind of summery spring fragrance. Longevity is crazy. It lasts like on my skin about 8 to 10 hours. The notes on Fragrantica, they're kind of weird. They look very weird, and when I was looking at this fragrance to buy, I couldn't even like think of something in my head how this fragrance would smell, but you just have to imagine sticky, sweet apricots with a bit of a spiciness to it, and that's what this fragrance smells like. It is incredible, big compliment getter, amazing fragrance. I absolutely love it. So yes, that is Amouage Sunshine. I also have to say, I know this is like the weirdest thing to say, but when I was like wearing it throughout the summer, I thought this fragrance, do you guys know what Cabbage Patch dolls are? I'm sure that you guys do. I used to have like heaps when I was little. This fragrance would be the perfect fragrance if a Cabbage Patch kid could have a fragrance. This would be it. Amouage Sunshine should be for Cabbage Patch dolls, just saying. So that is Amouage Sunshine. It also makes me really happy for some reason. I'm gonna stop now. Get it. Go check it out. It's amazing. You will not regret it. Like I said, it could easily be way higher on my list because it's that amazing. This next fragrance, oh, I need it in my life. I only have a sample right now, but as soon as I run out of the sample, you best believe I'll be picking up a bottle of this. Oh my god, is this amazing, and it's become one of my favorite gourmands. That's why it's in my list. This is Montale Intense Cafe. It is so good. I have heard quite a lot about this fragrance and I always wanted to pick it up, but I decided to get a sample first, and my god, is this good. It is a candied rose. There seems to be a lot of rose fragrances in my list. I didn't actually mean to do that. This is a beautiful, sweet, coffee, vanilla, candied rose with musk and amber in the base. Like, it's so amazing, but to be honest with you guys, I smell the coffee and the vanilla, but not super strong. For me, it just smells like this beautiful, candied, sweet, syrupy rose, and it is so beautiful. So, so, so beautiful. Guys, check this one out. It is amazing. An addictive scent. Like, it smells like when you put it on, I could not stop smelling my wrist for ages. It smells so good. So that is Montale Intense Cafe. I'm definitely picking up a bottle when I run out of this. Okay, so coming in at number 7, this is also a fragrance that I hauled in my most recent haul. It is amazing. I've been wearing this quite a lot. It's amazing. This is This is Van Cleef and Arpels Orchid Vernie. So beautiful. The most beautiful, perfect just sweet, comforting vanilla that I've ever smelled. It is extremely comforting fragrance. It feels like a warm hug. And the vanilla is just perfect in here. It's vanilla, vanilla orchid, chocolate, orange. It is just amazing. And the only thing that I have to say about this fragrance that makes me so sad is that the longevity is not that good. But to be honest with you guys, I don't really care. I don't really care. I will go back in and top it up like every so hours because I love wearing it that much. It just, on a sweater, it makes you just feel, like I said, it feels like a hug. That's all I can say about this. It is the most beautiful vanilla fragrance. Like, it's just delicious. To me, this smells like either like a cake batter or some sort of cake, or like a vanilla sponge cake. Like, it just smells so good. Like, please guys, go and try this fragrance. Like I said, the only thing and the only problem that I have with this fragrance is that it doesn't last that long and it doesn't have the best projection. It does last on my clothes, but on my skin just tends to eat this fragrance up. I would say I get like about 5 hours wear, and then I can't really smell it that much, and then I'll go in and overspray myself again because I love it that much. So that is Orchid Vernie by Van Cleef and Arpels. Definitely check it out. It is, like I said, the most beautiful, comforting, vanilla warm hug that you can get. This is getting really hard now. Top 5. Like I said earlier, on any given day, the list could be pretty different because these are all my favorites and I love them so much. So, coming in at number 5, this is Mugler. I still don't know how to say this. Is it Mugler? Mugler? I don't know. But it is from Mugler, and this is Angel Muse. Oh my god. Again, this is probably one of the only designer fragrances that I think is like mind-blowing. Like, I think that this fragrance is, yes, it's weird, but it's amazing. Like, I really think that this is so underrated. This fragrance is so underrated. Like, I don't hear many people talk about this. I don't know why, and I think that this is hands down one of the best, most unique and creative and amazing designer fragrances that there are out there. It's very unusual. Like, don't get me wrong, it's a very unusual fragrance. It smells like Nutella. Like, to me, this fragrance smells literally like Nutella. A lot of people comment on my videos and say, hey, like, does it smell like the original Angel? Because I hate Angel. And I have to say, to me and to my nose, they don't smell anything alike. There's something about Angel, I'm sorry if it's your favorite fragrance, but I just don't like it. I don't like Angel. It has this weird patchouli that comes across, like, there's something so sharp about it, and I just don't like Angel. I'm an alien girl myself, but I just can't with Angel. If you're worried that this smells like Angel, it doesn't at all. It still has that patchouli kind of cacao hazelnut thing going on, and it does smell like a gourmand, but they just don't smell the same. This is much more rounded out and delicious and yummy, and it is just amazing. Like I said, to me, this smells like cacao powder, like a hazelnutty, chocolatey cacao powder. It's almost a little bit smoky as well on your skin, and it comes across a little bit dry and dusty. To be honest, if I could just give it to you guys like really simply, think of Nutella, like a Nutella, if Nutella was in like a powder form, and that's what this fragrance smells like. That's the simple, I'm not gonna make it too complicated, that's what this fragrance smells like. It is so good. It has okay longevity on my skin, but then I've read a lot of people that say this is beast mode, it lasts forever, it's like crazy, so definitely test it out, because on my skin, I can't really smell it after a while, and I don't know if that's because I'm like a nosmic to one of the notes in there, like I'm not sure, but on my skin it doesn't last too long. Lasts on my clothes for like months, but on my skin I can't really smell it that much. But like I said, test it out. Some people say this is beast mode, so I don't know. Angel Muse by Mugler, I don't know. It's amazing. Definitely one of the best, most unique and wacky and creative designer fragrances that there are out there that needs more love. Like, I feel like nobody talks about this. I don't know why. Okay, so coming in at number 4, I don't even think that I have to say much about this fragrance because I have talked about it quite a lot on my channel. This is by Kilian's Back to Black. It's amazing. That's, in my opinion, this fragrance is amazing. I've been wearing it a lot this winter, and it just smells so good. It's very intoxicating. Like, to me, this is a very intoxicating scent that when I wear it, I just can't stop. Like, I can't stop like smelling my wrists and smelling my clothes. Like, I just find it very intoxicating. Now, this is very powdery, so if you don't like powdery fragrances, don't go near this because it's very powdery to me. It smells like honey and cherry and tobacco, but to me, the note that I pick up the most in here is the honey. It's a very strong, like it's a very strong, intense fragrance. Like this is a fragrance that I definitely think you could not get away with in the summer. Obviously do what you want, wear what you want, wear it whenever you want, but to me, this is just, I think it would be suffocating in the summertime. That's how strong that it is. I love it. I find it to be very sexy and very kind of like, what's the word, like dangerous. It smells very dangerous and very sexy and very seductive, and I really do love it a lot. It's very sweet, like I said, very sweet, very powdery, very heavy. There's by Kilian Back to Black. There's a lot of by Kilian fragrances that I really want to like play around with and definitely pick up. Like I love Sacred Wood, the really boozy one. Then I'm having mind blank, but there's so many from by Kilian that I plan to pick up really soon. So that is Back to Black, definitely check it out, but you must like really strong fragrances. My number 3 is a tie, and these two fragrances are compared a lot online. Like these are in the fragrance community. These two go head to head. Everyone has a very strong opinion on which one they prefer. So I'm gonna tell you guys which one I personally prefer today. You're like, just show us the fragrances. Sure thing. This is Christian Dior Feve Delicious and Guerlain's Tonka Imperial. Now, these two fragrances, like I said, in the fragrance community, these two battle off and go head to head all the time. I've seen so many different people say which one they prefer, and majority of the people, in my opinion, prefer Feve. And which one do I prefer? It's very hard. It's such a difficult thing, but I'm going to tell you guys right now that just going off the scent alone, just the juice inside, just the scent of it to my nose, I actually prefer Guerlain's Tonka Imperial. And I know majority of the people do prefer FEV Delicious, and I totally understand why, but I'm going to kind of bring up a few points right now. Let's start off with Feve. It is super strong. Like this is mega strength fragrance. It is Megatron. It is beast mode. Lasts you like, I reckon this would last you like 24 hours. If you wore it all day, it would last 24 hours. Crazy projection, sillage, everything like that. It's crazy. It has, I don't even know the notes. It's praline, vanilla, cherry. There's tonka. So many different notes in here. But to me, this kind of smells, I know this is probably, I don't want it to come across as an insult whatsoever because I love the fragrance, but it kind of smells like baby powder, like a vanilla baby powder. Like a vanillic baby powder, that's what it smells like to me. Very, very, very powdery. So if you don't like powdery fragrances, you will not like this one whatsoever because it is very powdery, which kind of surprised me. I didn't actually expect it to be that powdery, but it really is. It smells like vanilla baby powder. Now, Guerlain Tonka Imperial, why do I prefer it? This is so much more, dare I say, like butterier. It smells more rounded, more like rounded off and butterier, and I just love it. This one has tonka and almond and incense, and I can't remember exactly what's in there, but I know there's almond and tonka, and it just smells, it's so well blended. It is perfection. In my opinion, just the scent, oh my god, I could bathe in Tonka Imperial. It is beautiful. It's the most beautiful, perfect tonka almond, buttery, amazing scent. You're probably thinking, why didn't I just recommend this one over Feve and just leave Feve out of the list? I have to be honest, Tonka Imperial, I'm so sad, but it doesn't really have good longevity and it doesn't have a really good projection and sillage. Like, I would say that the longevity on this one's about 5 hours, and then I can't really smell it that much. And the entire time that you wear it, it sits so much closer to the skin, whereas Feve projects like an absolute beast, and it's going to get you so many more compliments. So if you like compliments, if you're going after compliments, Feve Delicious would be the one that I'd recommend 100%, because you are going to get more compliments because everyone can smell you. You best believe everyone can smell you when you wear this one. Whereas Tonka Imperial, I haven't had a compliment on it yet, and I feel like it's because it does sit really closely to the skin. But like I said, make up your own mind, go and smell them both, test them out, see which one you prefer. Me personally, just going off the scent, I prefer Tonka Imperial, but whenever I wear Feve, I've already received quite a few compliments wearing this one because I know everyone can smell it and it just, everyone seems to love it. So Tonka Imperial by Guerlain and Feve Delicious by Christian Dior were my number 3 favorite gourmands. What is my number 2 fragrance? It's a vanilla. I absolutely love this fragrance, and this is from M.Micallef. Now, I don't hear anyone talk about this. I don't hear many people going on about this. I feel like there are so many vanilla fragrances on the market. Like, there are just so many. And this is a good one. I'm not going to say it's the best, but it is a good one, and it's definitely one of my favorite vanillas personally. Now, I didn't even say the name of this. It's called Vanille Orient from M.Micallef. I adore this fragrance. I think it smells so delicious. It is the perfect vanilla fragrance, but to me it's a very kind of natural vanilla, as in not, it doesn't smell natural as such, like the vanilla note doesn't smell natural. I don't mean that. I mean, this kind of just smells like vanilla. Like, it just smells kind of like vanilla essence. Like, if you stuck your nose in those kind of vanilla essence things, like those, you know, the drops, that is what this fragrance kind of smells like to me. It's got vanilla and musk and sandalwood and orchid. I don't smell any of the notes in here besides vanilla. It just comes down to this very kind of strong, kind of a little bit dark vanilla essence kind of scent, and I adore it. I absolutely love it. I've gotten quite a few compliments wearing this one. Now, my only problem with this fragrance, and I hate it, I hate when this happens, it doesn't really last that long. And the entire time that you're wearing it, it does sit closer to the skin. It doesn't last really bad, like it doesn't have really poor longevity, but it lasts on me about 5 to 6 hours, like 5 hours maybe, I think. But I love it, and I don't mind overspraying this one. Like, I definitely overspray this one when I wear it, and oh my god, it's heavenly. Like, it's absolutely heavenly. So that is M.Micallef Vanille Orient. I don't hear like anybody talking about this fragrance ever, and I don't know why, because I think it is a really excellent vanilla scent. It just kind of smells like a pure vanilla essence, and that's why I love it so much. So I keep smelling it because it's addictive. Like, this is just delicious, yummy, pure vanilla. If you do like vanillas, this is definitely one I'd recommend checking out. It is amazing. I also want to say, this is a vanilla that you could wear all year round, even in the summer. Oh my god, I wore it a little bit in the summer and when the weather was still hot. Oh, it actually almost smells better in the summertime. It's perfect for all year round, and that's why I kind of love it. I also kind of love layering this one, if I'm going to be honest. Like, I do love using this as like as an underbase if I'm wearing another fragrance. Okay. Number one. What is my number one fragrance? My number one gourmand, Maison Lancôme Oud Bouquet. I feel like this has been in so many of my lists, and it's been pretty much my number one in quite a few lists, I think. This fragrance, to me personally, I have to say that, is masterpiece. It is incredible. Now, there's something I have to say about this fragrance. Do you guys know those like pictures, and when you look at them, you see like most people see one thing and then some people see another, and like the whole like blue, is it white top? Like, am I talking crazy, or do you know what I'm saying right now? Those things like where you see one image or you see a different one, that is what this fragrance is. Some people get the kind of medicinal oud and all like kind of woody notes. It kind of doesn't smell that good to some people, and other people like myself get a syrupy, sweet, delicious candied rose that is just so luxurious and so incredible, and that's what I get with this fragrance. I have to say, when I first tested it out and when I first smelt it, I kind of got the other side. I got the oud. I kind of was like, do I like this? Like, I kind of like it, but it's kind of weird, and I had to wear this one for about a week or two before it just clicked. And it clicked, and I just got, when you finally see the other image on the picture, that's what happened to me. I finally got the syrupy, delicious, sweet rose that's candied and praline and vanilla. Oh my god, and I fell head over heels in love with this fragrance. I would not have put this as my number one. This was a hard list, and this is the best of the best. This gets me so many compliments, and I would not say that unless I meant it. There's no reason for me to say that. Oud Bouquet gets me so many compliments. Almost every time I wear this, I get a compliment. It's become my biggest compliment getter in my collection. And it kind of does surprise me because the notes don't really appeal to like a mainstream kind of audience, because it does have oud in it. It does have, you know, kind of weird, unique notes in there. A lot of people are very like intoxicated by it. So that is Lancôme Oud Bouquet. I cannot say enough good things about this fragrance. It is my ultimate night out, like going to an event. I do wear it clubbing, I'm not gonna lie. If I do go clubbing or do go to like a party, I wear Oud Bouquet because I know that it's gonna get compliments and I know that I'm gonna stand out, and that's why I love wearing it. Like I said, this is beast mode. This will last and last and last and last on your skin. If you put this on and you go out, you come home, you go to sleep, you don't shower, which I always shower, but if you don't, this would literally last the next day. I'm actually gonna tell you guys that I do sometimes, I don't do it every time because this fragrance is perfect by itself, but sometimes I'll layer M.Micallef's Vanille Orient with Oud Bouquet and it just smells even more intoxicating, like it's crazy. So Oud Bouquet by Maison Lancôme. Also, I want to say I'm going to try and track down the original formulation for you guys because I haven't smelt the new one, but apparently from what I've heard from people, the old formulation, which is this one, is a lot better than the new one. That is my massive gourmand list. That was a very long video. Thank you guys so much for watching till the end. I appreciate all of your support every single time I read one of your comments and stuff. Like, I'm just really thankful that you guys have my back and you support me so much. Please let me know what you want to see next, and I will film that for you guys. I'm trying to think if I need to say anything else. I don't think I do. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please follow me on Instagram if you would like to. It is at demi.rawling. And yes, bye.